হ্যাঁ, আমার কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছ?
Hi Bornita. Hi Anuja.
হাই হাই, am I audible to you?
Yes. Am I
Okay.
audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes. So I am making myself mute, okay? Because it will start recording.
রাইট, তুমি জাস্ট তোমাকে নিজেকে রিনেম করে দেবার্চন আহ, পাওয়ালি টিসিজি ক্রেস্ট করে দাও, বা দেবার্চন টিসিজি ক্রেস্ট করে দাও। এখানে রেজিস্ট্রার অফিস আছে তো। হ্যাঁ, তুমি জাস্ট নিজেকে রিনেম করে দিতে পারো। ওই, তুমি যদি পার্টিসিপেন্টসে দেখো, পার্টিসিপেন্টসে যদি এবার ক্লিক করো রেজিস্ট্রার অফিসে,
Hmm.
যেটা আসছে মোরের ওপর ক্লিক করো, মোরে গিয়ে
Done, done, done.
ডান না?
Yes.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ডান।
ঠিক আছে?
একটা কথা, যখন আমরা আম, মানে প্রফেসরসদেরকেও কোহোস্ট করব, প্রফেসরসদেরকে বলবো ওয়েটিং রুমে আমরা বাকি যারা আছে না টিমের বাইরে, তাদেরকে যেন সেশনটা শুরু হওয়ার আগে তাদেরকে যেন না ঢোকানো হয়, এটা একবার বলে দেবো। আর যতজনকে অ্যাডমিট করার আমরা করে দেবো, দে ডোন্ট হ্যাভ টু অ্যাডমিট এনিবডি, উই উইল লুক আফটার ইট। কারণ সেশনটা শুরু হওয়ার আগে ইন্টার। হ্যাঁ, হ্যালো, ওয়াজ আই অডিবল?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
আচ্ছা, আমি
Hmm.
এর আগে যেটা বলছিলাম, আমি কি মিউটে ছিলাম?
হ্যাঁ, actually I kept him on mute.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
হুম
হ্যাঁ,
হুম
তো
হুম
আমি just ওইটাই বললাম যে প্রফেসররা বলছিল তো 4:45টার সময় অন করতে।
হুম
সেটা
হুম
ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু আমরা মানে 4:45টা থেকে অন্য লোকেদের ঢুকতে দেবো না। কারণ 4:45টা থেকে 5টা আমি গেসিং আমরা ইন্টারনাল কিছু ডিসকাশন করার আছে
হুম 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 হুম
করে
হুম
তারপরে। হ্যাঁ, মানে প্রফেসরসদেরকেও তো কোহোস্ট বানাবো, ওদের ওই
হুম
রাইটস থাকবে টু অ্যাডমিট পিপল। ওটা জাস্ট একবার ক্লিয়ারলি একটু বলে দেবো।
হুম।
লাইক দেবার্চন, সো
ইয়েস।
আই থিঙ্ক তুমি আমাকে আনমিউট করলে না, আমি ওই জন্য ওকে
হ্যাঁ
করলাম।
হ্যাঁ
So,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
আমি নিজেকে মিউট করে দিচ্ছি তাহলে।
তোমার যদি কিছু বলার থাকে তখন তুমি নিজেকে আনমিউট করে বলো, আদারওয়াইজ তুমি মিউট রেখো নিজেকে, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা, আর বাকি ওই যে যারা পার্টিসিপেন্টস, এই অনুযায়ী আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি তোমাদের দুজনকে, বাকি পার্টিসিপেন্টস এই তো মানে ওটা কি দেবার্চন তুমি আনমিউট একেবারে করে দেবে মানে বাই ডিফল্ট?
বাই ডিফল্ট আমি তাদেরকে মিউট করে দেবো, হ্যাঁ।
হ্যাঁ, সরি, মিউট করে দেবে তো?
মিউট করে
ঠিক
দেবো,
আছে,
হ্যাঁ।
ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে, কারণ সেটাই বলা হয়েছে, সেটা করে দেবো, ঠিক আছে।
ওকে ওকে, শিওর, হুম,
হুম।
ঠিক আছে।
আচ্ছা, বলছি যে একটা ভিডিও দেওয়া হয়েছিল আর একটা পিপিটি শেয়ার করা হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ,
ওটা
আমি আমি
তুমি
ওটা
দেখে।
হ্যান্ডি রেখেছি, আমি ওটা হ্যান্ডি রেখেছি, যখন আমাকে বলা হবে আমি তখন শেয়ার করে দেবো।
ওকে, রাইট।
হ্যাঁ।
হ্যাঁ, আমি শেয়ার স্ক্রিনের দিকে আমি তাহলে ওই ওই দিকটা দেখছি না।
না,
আর
ঠিক আছে, হ্যাঁ।
ঠিক আছে। আর আমাদের কি কাউকে বলা হয়েছে যে মানে তুমি কি জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলে যে তোমাকে প্রথমে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করতে হবে কিনা, বা সেট কন্টেক্ট সেট করতে হবে কিনা, এইসব কিছু আমাদেরকে কাউকে করতে হচ্ছে না, তাই তো?
আমাদেরকে এখনো সেটা বলা হয়নি। যদি বলা হয়, আমার কাছে তোমার সেই ড্রাফটটা আছে, আমি সেটা করে দেবো। কিন্তু আমাকে বলা হয়নি, তার কারণ এটা শৈবাল দাই শুরু করবেন।
ওকে, ওকে, শৈবাল দা ইজ হিয়ার, শৈবাল স্যার ইজ ইন দ্য ওয়েটিং রুম।
অ্যান্ড হোয়াট অ্যাবাউট দ্য রেকর্ডিং?
রেকর্ডিং তো অলরেডি হচ্ছে।
আচ্ছা,
রেকর্ডিং
যে
ইজ
রেকর্ডিং,
অন অন, হ্যাঁ।
ওকে ওকে, শিওর, ঠিক আছে।
হুম।
Devarchan, good evening.
হাই স্যার, গুড ইভিনিং। হাউ আর ইউ?
All right, yourself?
আই এম গুড স্যার।
আচ্ছা, এই যে মিউটটা করা ছিল এটাই ভালো, সবারই তার মানে মিউট করা থাকবে, তোমরা অ্যালাউ করলে খালি তার সে আনমিউটেড হবে, কারেক্ট? অনুজা, বর্ণিতা?
আহ, হ্যাঁ স্যার, কেউ একজন অ্যাডমিটেড হতে চাইছে।
না, সে
আমি তো
থাকুক।
পাচ্ছি না কাউকে।
আমি দেখলাম সে থাকুক, এখন রিজেক্টও করতে হবে না, তারা ওয়েটিং রুমে থাকুক। আমরা
হ্যাঁ,
5টা
ওয়েটিং রুমে থাকুক।
শুরু করবো,
আচ্ছা
তো ওয়েটিং রুমে থাকুক।
তবে তবে 200 জন, 230-32 জন তো এসে গেছে, আস্তে আস্তে ওদেরকে নিয়ে নিতেও হবে তোমাদের।
আচ্ছা
মাইক বন্ধ থাকলেই হলো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
আর
সেশনটা শুরু হলো।
ভিডিও লোড যদি বন্ধ করতে হয়, তাহলে ওদেরকে একটু বলে দেবে ভিডিও যেন ফিড ওরা বন্ধ রাখে এখন, কারণ আমরাও একটা ভিডিও দেখাবো, তখন লোড নিতে পারবে কিনা আমি শিওর নয়। আমার কাছে তো ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার আসছে এখানে।
আমার কাছেও স্যার আপনি ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার দেখা যাচ্ছে সবকিছু।
হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু আমরা মাত্র 4 জন আছি লাইভে,
4 জন
এরপরে
আছি
যখন
সেখানে। হ্যাঁ।
230 জন হয়ে যাবে তখন কিন্তু লোডটা পড়বে, and it
হুম।
may not be as easy as this। সেই জন্যে ঠিক আছে। অনুজা, কি খবর?
ভালো আছি স্যার, আপনি কেমন আছেন? হাউ ইজ এভরিথিং দেয়ার?
এই এখন একটু বেটার। এমন তো এখানে আসার পরেও বেশ কিছু সমস্যা হয়েছে এই আমার ভার্টিগো নিয়ে।
হুম হুম।
খানিকটা এখন বেটার। বর্ণিতা, তোমার কি খবর?
ফাইন শৈবাল, আপনি ভালো আছেন? এন্ড কনগ্রাচুলেশনস।
ওহ,
ইয়েস।
অ্যানাদার পেইন।
I got this news from my husband actually. তো before the TCG Crest published, ISI এ খবর আগে আছে।
আজকে তো জানি আমি। আইএসআই তো স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্স এর হোতা। এবারে জানি না কতটা কি ইয়ে হবে। গিয়ে ফিরে গিয়ে বিমলদার সঙ্গে আর রাজীবদার সঙ্গে কথা বলে তারপরে I will take charge. It is going to be a very ডিফিকাল্ট অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট। এই যে এক
হ্যাঁ
এক করে জয়েন করছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
আমি এবারে আর অবশ্যই বাংলাতে কথা বলবো না, কথাও বলবো না। আমি আমার মাইক অটোমেটিক্যালি এখন মিউট করে রাখছি। ওকে, চলো, পরে ভালো করে কথা হবে। লেট আস
চলো।
হোপ যেটা ভালো করে হবে। বাই।
ইয়েস, অল বেস্ট টু আস।
অ্যাকচুয়ালি যে কেউ তোমাদের থেকে অ্যানাউন্স করবে, যে কেউ তোমরা 3জনই আছো, 3জনের মধ্যে কেউ একজন অ্যানাউন্স করবে। আমি প্রথমে আসছি, সিকোয়েন্সটা তো আমি অলরেডি লিখে দিয়েছি। আমি প্রথমে আসছি, আমার 3 মিনিট থেকে 5 মিনিট, তার মধ্যে লাস্ট স্লাইডটা যেটা স্বাগতমকে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করছি তার ঠিক আগে আমি ওই জন্য বুলেটটা দিয়েছি। এইবারে ওই সময় তোমরা ভিডিওটা চালিয়ে দেবে। ভিডিওটা 4 মিনিট 45 সেকেন্ড। শেষ হয়ে যাওয়ার পরে প্লিজ ব্রিং মি ব্যাক টু দ্যাট স্ক্রিন করে আমি এবারে বলবো যে না, লেট মি ব্রিফলি স্পিক অ্যাবাউট দি স্পিকার টুডে। তখন ওই স্ক্রিনটা দেখাবে স্বাগতমের, এবং আমি আমি স্ক্রিন থেকেই বলবো। তারপরে আমি স্বাগতমকে ইনভাইট করব, স্বাগতম আসবে। ওকে। এই তো গৌতমেরও বোধহয় ইয়ে অফ আছে। আমাদের নিজেদের ইয়েগুলো একটু অন করে দাও। গুড মর্নিং আর গুড আফটারনুন গৌতম।
Good afternoon. Good morning, Surbala.
হ্যাঁ, এখানে তো গুড মর্নিং। ঠিক আছে, এবার লোকজন আসতে আরম্ভ করেছে, আমি ওদেরকে বলে দিলাম মোটামুটি ভাবে কোনো একজন অ্যানাউন্স করবে। আই উইল স্টার্ট উইথ 5 মিনিটস অর ম্যাক্স 5 মিনিটস। এর মধ্যে ভিডিওটা খুব ভালো। ভিডিওটা আমি চেষ্টা করলাম আমার পিপিটিতেই লিঙ্কটা দিয়ে দেওয়ার, কিন্তু ক্লিক করছে না। হয় ও তোমাদের ওখান থেকেই ভিডিওটাকে চালাতে হবে আর কি। আমি আপনার ভিডিওটা দেখলাম আপনার ইমেল থেকে, সেটা ক্লিকেবল, কিন্তু আমি পিপিটিতে করতে গিয়ে হয়তো আমি পারলাম না, ঠিক হলো না দেখলাম।
না ওটা
এনিওয়ে,
ওটা ওটা শেয়ার করে দেবে।
হ্যাঁ, ওরা শেয়ার করে দেবে। ঠিক আছে, তারপরে আমি স্বাগতমের সম্বন্ধে একটা ইন্ট্রোডাকশন দিয়ে দিলে, অ্যান্ড দেন আই উইল লিভ দি ফ্লোর ফর স্বাগতম।
হুম,
শেষের দিকে যদি ওরা কিছু প্রশ্ন করে ওদেরকে তোমরা বলতেই পারো, জেনারেল মিটিং এ চ্যাটে লিখে দিতে পারো যে যেহেতু এতজন আছে, লার্জ অডিয়েন্স, দে ক্যান রাইট ইন চ্যাট। আমরা চ্যাটটা সেভ করব, তাহলে পরে ওদেরকে আমরা ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল উত্তরও ইমেলে পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারবো।
হুম।
প্রশ্নগুলো জানা দরকার। সব প্রশ্ন আজকের মধ্যে আমরা অ্যাড্রেস করতে পারবো না, তাহলে স্বাগতম উইল বি ওভারওয়েলমড। এত লোকজন আছে এবং লোকজন একবার প্রশ্ন করতে শুরু করলে মেনি পিপল উইল আস্ক কোয়েশ্চেন্স।
হুম,
সুতরাং স্বাগতম সেটা আমাকে বলেওছে। সো অবভিয়াসলি we have to take care of that.
আর স্যার আপনার প্রেজেন্টেশনটা আপনি আপলোড করতে পারছেন?
না, তোমরাই আপলোড করে দেবে, তোমাদের তো ওই
আচ্ছা,
জন্য দিয়েছি।
ঠিক
তুমি
ঠিক ঠিক
ওটা
আছে।
ওই একটাই তো স্লাইড আছে, তুমি ওটাকে শেয়ার করেই রাখো, মানে
না, 5টা স্লাইড আছে স্যারের।
ও
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, প্রথমে স্লাইডটা দিয়েই রাখো, অসুবিধে নেই। খালি
ওকে
তোমরা কেউ বলে দিও যে নাও উই উইল স্টার্ট এন্ড দেন আই উইল স্টার্ট টকিং ফ্রম হিয়ার। ঠিক
ওকে
আছে?
ওকে।
আর গৌতম, ওই স্লাইডটা আমি অ্যাড করে দিয়েছি অ্যাবাউট দি ইনস্টিটিউট।
হ্যাঁ
এবারে এবারে ওই লাস্ট বুলেটেই রেখেছি ভিডিওটা, তখন ওরা চালিয়ে দেবে ওখান থেকে।
ঠিক আছে, ওকে, good.
দীপকও বোধহয় জয়েন করবে আজকে।
তুমি যারা ওয়েটিং রুমে আছে তাদেরকে এন্টার করে নাও।
হ্যাঁ, এবারে আস্তে আস্তে নিয়ে নাও।
আচ্ছা,
আমি
আমরা
আমি
ইন্টারনালি আর কিছু ডিসকাস করব না তো তাহলে?
আমাদের আর কিছু ডিসকাস করার নেই এখন। ঠিক আছে, স্টার্ট এন্টারিং, সো দ্যাট আমি আমার ভিডিওটাও অফ করে দিচ্ছি এইবারে।
ওকে ওকে।
আমিও মিউট করে রাখছি নিজেকে।
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, thank you for joining us today. We are just waiting for a few more people to join in, and we will begin right after. Thank you for taking out time on a Saturday evening to do so.
Hello, everyone. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday evening. We are extremely pleased to welcome our professors and you all for this today's webinar. We have our professors today, Professor Gautam Mukherjee, Director of Institute of Advancing Intelligence, Professor Shoibal Chattopadhyay, Director of Academic Programs, and Professor Shagatam Das, Honorary Mentor of AIML Group of IAI, TCG Crest. So before we start the meeting today, we'll set up some house rules and would request you all to follow that. Um, this will be a 1 hour long session with 40 minutes of an introduction to the program, and the rest of 20 minutes will be for the question and answer session. Without further delay, I am handing over to Professor Shoibal Chattopadhyay to take the session forward. Shoibal sir, please.
Thank you, Devarchan. And
Yeah.
good afternoon, everybody. And a very, very warm welcome to this first webinar of this of our offering, Frontier Intelligence and Academic Autonomous Agents. First page, Devarchan.
Yeah, this is the first page.
No.
This is the first
Check.
page, sir. Yeah.
This is page number 5 in the PPT. Check, there are pages previous. Allow me, I will monitor it from here.
Yeah. Please do it, sir.
I see only the page with heading about TCG Crest. Are we seeing different pages?
No, sir. The first page is the MSc in Frontier Intelligence and Autonomous Agents.
Is that showing on the screen? It's not showing in my screen. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it is
No,
showing
it's
in
not.
my feed.
No, it's not showing.
Okay, all right. So since I
What's the
am
first? What's
speaking from far off, maybe there is some,
no, even
connection issue here.
Devarchan, I cannot see the first page. Please check.
Devarchon, I
Hmm.
think you click the page 1. To the left, you see the whole slides are there. Anuja or Bornita, can you help?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, there you go. This is slide 1. Make it full slide, full screen. Yeah, there you go. All right. So once again, good afternoon, everybody. Can you not make it full screen, Devarchon?
Sir,
No. So far, we have 50 odd participants. Can one of you help, Bonita or Onuja?
But trying.
I'm still waiting, Devarchon.
So I'm not able to find this full screen mode.
Okay. Anyone? Anuja?
Go to the first page, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. So again, good afternoon, everybody. As I have already mentioned, this is an offering MSc in Frontier Intelligence and Autonomous Agents from TCG Crest. We will talk briefly about TCG Crest, but before I say anything, some of the basic things that we should remember is this is a one-year master's program. It will start in September 2026 from Kolkata. And the syllabus or curriculum of this course is essentially moduled by the industry. I will show you the different industries. So far, we have received input from them, and then give you a very brief video presentation about the university before asking the speaker for today, Professor Sagotam Das, to take over and discuss about the program itself. Next page, Devachan.
Oh,
This is the eligibility, and this is fine. Thank you.
yeah.
This is the no, previous page. The eligibility, as you know, are essentially 4 years bachelor's for engineering primarily, or a master's in science or other related disciplines. Because this is 1 year master's under the UGC Act, it will be regarded as master's only if you have a 4 years bachelor's. And that's why our emphasis is on computer science, software engineering, mathematics, statistics. These will be master's for the time being. Physics, electrical engineering, data science related fields, again, either a 4 year bachelor's or a master's. Some of the prior knowledge required for this program are also mentioned, and of course, Professor Das will come back to these, which are elementary concepts of vectors and matrices, some basic notions of probability and statistics. We will take you through some of these journeys during the course, but some prior knowledge will definitely help. Algorithms and data structures, and programming proficiency in Python. The selection process will be through some written aptitude test and a personal interview. The curriculum of the next page, Devarchan. The curriculum of this 1 year masters is developed in association with the industry. So far, we have touched and received input from these industries: Google DeepMind, PwC, TCS, ITC, Hawkins, RS Software, Green Step, and we have received partly, not all. We are still waiting for some inputs from the industry bodies such as BCCI, Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, CII, ICC, FICCI, and so on. So this is how getting their input and what the industry requires in today's time. This is how the syllabus has been prepared. More of that will come from Professor Das. Next. So essentially, some of the logistics of this program that you may be interested to know. Of course, we are discussion with banks, nationalized and private, to make arrangements for loans, bank loans, should you require financial aid or support. Because it will be in Salt Lake area of Kolkata, we have quite a few housing accommodation. We also have our own arrangements with them. So arrangements with locally available housing accommodation will be there. And of course, the program will provide scholarships to deserving students. It will be more like a merit cum means scholarship, which will be there. So these three are some of the basic requirements for infrastructure for the program. Next. Little bit about the university. TCG Crest started off with a research as a research center in 2020. And initially, we had PhD programs, and in association with CMI, Chennai Math Institute, Ramakrishna Mission Institute, NIT Durgapur, IIT Tirupati, ISAR Kolkata, and uh, this one is Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research. Okay. So where is this now? What happened to this thing? Just a minute. Not sure where the link is here. And the recognition from Government of India, Ministry of Education came in 2025 looking at the fabulous research credentials of the institute, and we were recognized as an university under the distinct category of research. Just to know a little bit more about this new institute, here is a short video which we will present now.
Yeah. One minute, sir. 1 minute. It's a video.
You got the link, Devachan?
Yeah, just a minute, sir. Oof. One minute, sir. 1 minute.
Can somebody help? Unuja?
Yeah.
Okay, so this gives you a brief idea of what all things we are doing here at TCG Crest. As I told you, it's primarily a research-driven university, and this program, Frontier Intelligence, is our first offering in terms of degrees, other than the PhDs that we are offering for last 5-6 years. Okay, it is now my privilege to introduce the speaker for today's webinar, Professor Swagotam Das. Can you, Debarchon, show the screen? Debarchon? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, Professor Swagotam Das is really an honorary member of the AIML group of Institute for Advancing Intelligence, TCG Crest. In fact, he had a past association with us also as the professor and deputy director of FIAA. He is currently a professor of Electronics and Communication Sciences Unit of Indian Statistical Institute, and he is also the professor in charge at present for the Computer and Communication Sciences Division ISI, which heads the whole division. He heads the whole division. His research interest is in the fields of machine learning and non-convex optimization, and he is a fabulous researcher. Actually, over 400 papers in peer-reviewed journals and international conferences. He is also the founding co-editor-in-chief of the journal Elsevier publication, Schwarman Evolutionary Computation. And in addition to that, he serves as editor, associate editor, and special editor in various capacities of editorial activities for multiple international journals. And some of these are absolutely top of the line, IEEE transactions, different versions of them, pattern recognition, neurocomputing, information sciences, and so on. We are extremely privileged to have him as our mentor and kick off this program. He is the one who took the major thing of developing the syllabus also in association with industry input. With this little introduction about Professor Das, I will request Professor Das to start his talk about and presenting the program. Professor Das.
Please unmute.
Yeah. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Shoibalda, for the generous introduction, and let me share my screen. So I hope you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a privilege to be a part of this wonderful team, which is developing a course that looks into the future, not just today and the yesterday, and which thinks of learning instead of from static cookbooks in a studio-like manner that I will, and why we are saying it's a studio, I'll explain in a few slides. But as you might be all knowing, the term artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, agentic AI, these few terms, instead of simply remaining within the textbook pages or research papers, they have entered into our daily lives nowadays, into our tea parties, career planning sessions, regular conversations they have been. And like all disciplines of science, artificial intelligence has also evolved through several remarkable phases very recently, over just the past 7 decades. No other field of science is so much young these days and still having so much impact. This journey, in fact, began, you don't have to be afraid of this slide, it just shows an evolution of the field. And the journey started, as I said, in around 1950s with the symbolic rule-based systems. Very simple, if this, then do that. This sort of if-else rules in nested manner, mostly searching for a particular solution out of a large set of possible candidate solutions of a problem. This was the initial AI. And what was the basic thought? The basic thought was machines, that means computers, that can multiply two 10-digit numbers in the wink of an eye. Can we make them also take human-like decisions? That means recognize your friend from a group photo of people, or drive a car, or mix some chemicals in a reactor in proper ratio. This sort of jobs that are typically human centric, can those also be somewhat automated by these computer-based systems? And gradually, in the 1990s, there came machine learning, okay, which shifted the focus from focus toward data-driven models that could actually, identify patterns and improve performance from experience. So, what is learning? Learning means you take appropriate future decision based on past experience, and all living beings do that. So, when you were a kid, or I was a kid, I'm sure everyone has this experience. My mother used to point to a kid's picture book and say, look, this is a cat, this is a dog, this is a rat, and so on. And after a few rounds of such training, one day when I'm on the road and a little creature passes by me waggling its tail, I would yell out, Mom, look, that's a dog. So what did I do? I took a decision about the category of that creature based on the past experience given to me, in terms of my mother pointing to those objects. Now, can I translate this whole thing into a computer? Can it be such that the computer looks into more serious types of objects, like maybe the chest X-ray of several patients in digitized form, and trying to recognize whether the patients are suffering from some sort of tuberculosis or pneumonia or COVID, etc.? Or let the computer look into digital records of bank transactions through some particular payment gateway and identify whether these transactions are fraudulent or genuine. So when it comes to that matter, then we say, okay, now we have an artificial intelligent machine learning system. Now, this particular area developed spectacularly after 2010s, because by that time, there was a dramatic development in computer hardware. NVIDIA started to make publicly available GPU servers, and also there was an unprecedented growth of digital data as social media, social networks started to grow. In fact, there were huge amount of, annotated data or labeled data coming from human users, because everyone was busy generating enriching their profiles with lots of pictures, short audios, videos, and everything first on Orkut. I don't know how many of you have heard of Orkut, and then Facebook, then Instagram, Twitter, and so on. So this data, and then these techno giants like Google, Meta, they also started to, pour in huge amount of annotated data through several gateways and techniques. And as a result, large-scale AI systems started to develop. There was a long cherished dream among the scientists that I want to, communicate with my computer. Why I have to do that with a peculiar language like C, C++, Java, Fortran? Why I cannot do that in human speakable language, my own sort of Bengali or English or Hindi? That dream started to become realizable at a large scale, beyond the reach of regular chatbots that assist you in a bank portal or something similar. And this became possible after around 2022 November, when what happened in 2022 November? OpenAI, a company, announced the advent of ChatGPT, a new type of chatbot backed up by a specific large-scale artificial intelligence system called Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3.5 or GPT. I'm sure all of you have already been using ChatGPT or similar models quite often. So all these developments in 2010 onwards, in next 12 years, it was a spectacular development because computational hardware could afford to simulate the human nervous system like networks, which were called deep neural networks, or which were basically very simple mathematical processing nodes connected through huge number of links with adjustable weights. And these networks today, whatever magic you see around yourself when you ask Nano Banana to generate an image, or when you upload an image of your childhood and ask maybe Gemini or Claude will not do that, but some agentic system like GenSpark to make a simple 10-second, 12-second video out of that single old retro image. All at the back end, what is working is a deep neural network, actually. And finally, we have traversed a huge path and came to the era of, agentic systems or agentic AI. And these agentic AI systems are where very simple, LLM-backed software systems called agents, and they are not only generating content, but they can also reason, plan, call and use tools, collaborate with other agents, and autonomously execute some series of actions to meet a particular goal. And the goal will be set up by you or me or the human user, okay? And nowadays, multi-agentic AIs are actually grabbing several regular jobs which teams of humans used to do. But that doesn't mean they are only, engulfing all the opportunities. They are creating several new opportunities and job landscapes, which I will tell you in a few minutes. So this whole evolution represents a shift from AI as a passive computational tool to AI as an active digital collaborator. And it is precisely this new frontier that the MSc in Frontier Intelligence and Autonomous Agents is going to capture. This program is built around this very recent evolution and its extrapolation to the future, I should say. So 2012 was the big bang moment for deep learning when, Geoff Hinton, who won the Nobel Prize in 2024, though in physics, but Hinton and two of his students, Alex Krzyzewski and Ilya Sutskever, they created a neural network which can recognize images from a very large database of images called ImageNet, very small amount of which was actually gradually compiled since 2007 and which actually was accelerated and put into a competition near 2010. Before 2012, all the traditional systems which were under research in pattern recognition or machine learning had 30% or more error rate. This particular network boiled it down to 16%, and immediately Google made Microsoft, then this Meta, all these this Facebook, all these companies started to invest huge amount of money to develop large-scale AI systems. And most of the US universities, frontiers, they started courses and other things in deep neural networks because this was a very exciting moment when a deep neural network could achieve an accuracy of 84%, that means error rate of 16%, on large-scale, image recognition challenge. And within 3 more years, by 2015, the network was so much improved that this error dropped down to 2.5 to 3%, which is equivalent to a human being, a human's cognitive abilities, basically. So this is just an illustration of, and these are very easy nowadays. These are like first year, second year students project where you have some facial expression and it can change on time. And this neural network called convolutional net can capture on the run what is your facial expression and classify this expression into one of the 7 predefined categories, just to tell you how. And these deep neural networks, they are not only looking into complex pieces of data. These are not just tabular ones, but images, videos, text. And from these complex pieces of data, they are actually extracting the most informative, distinctive features based on which these can be classified. Okay. Gradually, such task-specific models migrated into, so traditional ML was, okay, I have a problem, I am in a bank, and several loan applications are coming. I have to predict their probability of default, with what chance this person can run away and never return the rest of the money that it has taken. For that, I will develop a machine learning model. Okay, somebody wants to, analyze images of a highway and classify the traffic into large vehicles, small vehicles, medium vehicles, and so on, their speed limits. He or she will develop another ML system and so on. This was task-specific use and throw ML systems. So you develop a machine learning system, apply it. Once its purpose is done, it is just thrown away. Gradually, there came foundation models. And these foundation models were large-scale neural networks, which are extremely data hungry, which were trained on almost on the internet-sized data. And then they can have a multitude of variety of tasks at their output. Like chatbot, as a chatbot, they can answer your question, they can classify, they can summarize, and so on. So all these ChatGPT, Claude, Meta AI, Gemini, whatever you are looking at these time, at the back end, the huge model is actually a foundation model, okay? And these foundation models, they are, as I said, they're extremely hungry. Almost the entire internet's text and image serve as their training set, the example data from which they learn, okay? Like my mother's that kids picture book. Now that picture book has become almost the entire internet. So you can look into the veracity, the volume of this training data alone is so much overwhelming. And I will skip some of these details, but language modeling is a very interesting thing that everyone nowadays, whoever is aspiring in this area or using AI for different purposes also, have become aware of. And what is language modeling? Basically, it is it is about assessing the chances of what would be the next word in an ongoing line of text. So if I say, how are you this evening? Has your house ever been burgled? These two sentences, how likely they are to come together? Very small chance is there. So this, you can ignore this 10 power minus 15 part, but it indicates a very small, feeble probability. But we do not speak like that. But how are you this evening? Fine, thanks. How about you? These strings can come together and sit one after another with a higher chance. So language model is more about when already, let's say, I minus one words are there, 3 words are already there, or 4 words are already there, like the students opened there, what is the next word? Predicting the probability of this word and picking it up from a huge vocabulary. The next word could be books, laptops, exams, minds, anything. That is language modeling, okay? So, sorry. So, and since, as I said, I mean, language model means it's an autocomplete on steroid. It's a very large corpus of text, and then there is a neural network. The neural network is trying to predict the next word, and you are using it every now and then, even when you are typing a string to search on Google, like you can see it over here. most of the LLMs or large language models, at the heart of them, there is this objective is surprisingly simple. They try to predict the most likely next word given the context. And the input text is broken into tokens, which are sort of unbreakable atoms of the input text, and then they are converted into numerical embeddings. Then there is some technicality of the learning, which you will come face to face when you attend a course like this. But then there were several. Once you create an LLM, you can use it for multitude of purposes through the process of need-based fine-tuning. For example, you can see MedPalm 2 from Google, the medical pathways language model 2. And it can actually predict medical nitty-gritties from an image upgraded like this. So these are just some technical aspects. So time is flying and things are changing. We were in 1940s to 1960s, 70s, we were in software 1.0 where we are programming computers. Then starting 2010s, we were in neural networks where we are predicting where we are actually programming by changing the weights of a neural network. And now in software 3.0, the current domain, we are programming LLMs, but not using C, C++, Java, etc. We are doing that by using very simple prompts in human speakable language. So that is software 3.0, where to do any job, you will actually give just some examples and instructions, maybe 4 or 5 such things to an LLM. The LLM will know the context, and within a very, very short interval, it starts doing what you asked it to do without detailed set of training, without detailed lines of codes and everything. That is software 3.0. And just as LLMs evolved, so came agents. AI agents are autonomous LLM-backed software entities, which can, as I said, which can plan, interact, collaborate, and then execute a series of actions in a goal-oriented manner. So if you say, as I said, if you fit some mechanical limbs onto a computer and give it some control mechanism, gear, etc., the computer becomes a mobile robot. Similarly, if you add some extra capabilities to an LLM, such that it can send or receive emails, it can search YouTube, data repository, etc., then the LLM becomes an agent. And agents can then do several complicated tasks by breaking them into simple ones. When more than one agent collaborate with each other, we have a multi-agentic system. It's more like, it's a team of, as I said, over-caffeinated digital co-workers who not only talk to each other, but sometimes start running the whole project while you are still drafting the agenda. Now, so need of the hour is fairness in AI, explainability, why the AI's fairness is very important, because in a demography like India, we should be equitable in our outcomes of all these sort of AI systems. And it is not only for India, it's a global truth that the results of the AI systems must be equitable to all different demographies, communities, and so on. Explainability, why an AI system is giving a particular result, people must be able to explain that. And security, making models robust against adversarial attacks. Future is for those who can properly interact with their AI systems and mentor their AI systems like a team. Now, every human being who is holding a good job in software is like a team leader. Everyone is a team leader. And who are the team members? These agents are the team members. Okay, a group of interns, as if tagged with you, and you just have to properly monitor and talk to them. Security is another issue, because as this landscape grows, there are attackers, hackers who can get into your system and corrupt it. So there are several risky professions. Obviously, you are reading it everywhere. These are very, very naive human jobs, repetitive things like front-end developers, QA testers, IT support specialists, blockchain developers. On the other hand, very new type of jobs are coming, like the AI engineers who can build or monitor the LLMs, audit them, customize an AI systems, AI forensic analysts who can analyze the cyber attacks and digital evidence, Forward deployed engineers who work directly with the clients, banks, hospitals, integrate AI into real world systems, who can troubleshoot actually by sitting at the client's place on operational issues. Data annotators. In India, we have so many languages, so many dialects. Not in India, in all over the world, we have several non-digitized part of human peripheral data, which needs to be digitized, cleaned, audited, annotated, and that requires huge amount of human workforce. So data annotators are needed to prepare large data sets for LLMs, and nowadays they're called VLMs, vision language models, agentic workflow architects, who will actually monitor the orchestration of different agents and their workflows as prime mentors, system level mentors, design level mentors. So as I said, humans' role has changed like that. So coming to this course, basically, this frontier intelligence and autonomous agents, it is built on a simple philosophy, not just teaching the students how to use AI tools, but how to create the next generation of intelligent systems. So this particular program views AI as a synthesis of mathematics, statistics, then there comes different other computation, cognition, and systems engineering that is organized into, as you can see, 4 different integrated pillars: foundations of learning, foundation models, agentic AI systems, and AI systems engineering, which I think hardly is taught in any such course nowadays. Okay, so rather than treating these areas separately, students experience the complete life cycle of a frontier AI, from theory and models to autonomous agents and scalable deployment. The curriculum continuously evolves with the advances in the field and preparing graduates not only for today's AI landscape, but to lead the innovations for tomorrow as well. That is our starting objective. And if you look at the whole curriculum, which is divided into these 3 terms of 4 months each, term 1 is aiming at establishing the intellectual foundation upon which the entire program is built, basically. Students develop rigorous mathematical and computational understanding through topics such as linear algebra, optimization, probabilistic inference, representation learning, deep neural architectures, and generative models, always connected directly to modern AI applications. And alongside the theory, AI Systems Lab 1, which you can see on the right pane, that is designed to provide hands-on experience in GPU programming, kernel optimization, and paper reproduction, basically, to meet seminal SOTA models, to get aware of them, and large-scale data pipelines. By integrating mathematical principles with practical systems engineering, the students should begin to think about and working like the AI researchers and builders at leading labs in the world, preparing them for advanced foundation models, autonomous agents, and large-scale AI systems for the next upcoming terms. So now it's a time for scale up. Okay. In term 2, the students move from understanding the AI systems towards building them at scale. They explore large-scale foundation models, studying transformer architectures and multimodal learning, scaling laws, optimization strategies, and efficient memory management. At the same time, there comes AI Systems Lab 2. So this AI Systems Lab proceeds side by side with very intensive hands-on program. And it focuses on distributed training, high throughput inference, and agentic system engineering using modern frameworks and large-scale computing infrastructure. By the end of this particular term, students should gain a unified understanding of foundation models, autonomous agents, and engineering principles required to deploy intelligent systems at real-world scale. And finally, you see the scale, we come to term 3, the frontiers. And here, this is where the students actually transition from learners to innovators. Working in research-oriented studios, they explore the frontiers of AI through hands-on investigation of the next generation models, including advanced transformer architectures, mixture of expert systems, and parameter-efficient adaptation techniques. Simultaneously, they have these societal and safety labs alignments where the agents in their systems that they try to build in as their internships and so on, are they aligned with the human thoughts? Are they within the adversarial safety boundaries? Are they obeying certain leading policies adopted by the European Union, USA, and the rest of the world regarding AI safety and security? All these things they start exploring in this particular semester. And alongside, the term is complemented by an advanced applied laboratories focusing on basically drug discovery, molecular design, simulation, and material science. These are various different areas where actually people in this course can go through with their AI-based knowledge and tools and techniques, and based on their interest in later parts. So the 72-hour sprint, one of the most distinctive elements is it's a series of intensive AI-built challenges that simulate the pace and pressure of real-world innovation. This can also get into some industry-level merging. Our objective is do not confine towards classroom-specific theoretical teaching, taking notes, doing some assignments, and so on, but face the real challenge. When your company requires to build some immediate upgrade in a large-scale model within in a time-bound manner, within 2 days, 3 days, how do you react to that change? So given every resource at your disposal, can you solve one particular such problem within 3 days? That is basically such training basically makes you perfect to meet the AI workforce that tries to change the face of the world in diverse disciplines. So this is the final one, and I think I have not split over time. So the MSc, this particular MSc program is designed to produce architects of next generation, intelligent systems rather than users of the existing technologies. So there is a big distinction between developers versus users. Okay, graduates who emerge from this program, they should have the ability to design advanced AI architectures, train and optimize large-scale foundation models, orchestrate autonomous agent ecosystems, and deploy production-level AI skills and systems on modern computing infrastructure as well, because that computing hardware systems are also evolving. The program is intended, as I said, for highly motivated students from quantitative disciplines and related ones with a strong foundation. And more than foundation, we need dedication and aptitude, which would make you go towards your own domain-specific area, now equipped with the most modernized tools of AI and ML. And this particular program prepares you to contribute to and lead the world's most advanced AI research laboratories. As Shoibalda also pointed out, terms like Google DeepMind and so on, they have shown interest because they have seen some potential in the curriculum developed within this 1-year program. So with this, I will thank all of you for your kind and dedicated patience to listen to this talk. And let me hand it again over to Shoibalda and team for the next phase. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sagata, for this brilliant, description of the program. We are all excited about this program, as you can also see from him. He is a very, very demanding professor at ISI, but then with our request, because his heart is in this, he has really developed this core program also. He said, okay, fine, I will present this. As you can guess, this is a program for the future. It is not just a master's and without demeaning anybody, I can tell you every institute these days is offering one such, because this is the future. Everybody knows there is no debate on what is the role of AI/ML, but how industry requires them, how industry is evolving, is also being captured in this program, 1 year program. That is precisely the idea from word go. Everything has been taken to the industry. They dissected these different elements of this module, and then they have given input that maybe you should do this, you should add this, and so on. And those things have been incorporated to the extent possible within this module. The idea, and we have reasons to believe that the industry is, with our limited interaction so far, we are constantly interacting with the industry. They will be very, very happy with the graduates, and they will really try to see how they can associate with graduates of this program. The first batch will be the ambassador for this kind of futuristic AI/ML masters program. I can only say I open it up for limited, very limited questions and answers. In the interest of time, I apologize, I cannot take all. However, you can write it in a chat or email to us for any other clarification about the program or anything about infrastructure and etc. We would love to get back to you with all the answers. Okay, I open it to you. Please raise your hands so that we can pick up some. Okay, so Binoy is asking about the total program fee. The program fee is 25 lakhs with almost a guarantee for bank loan. If you go by the general spirit of these programs and the kind of average salary the master's graduates of AI/ML command these days, this particular fee is really not that high. I mean, I discussed with industry and the kind of pay they offer. Clearly, it is a very, very decent price point. Any question about the program? Yeah, there are some chat questions here. When is the entrance? Well, sometime next month we will come up with further detail about this basic online test, followed by interview, etc., and select the first batch. Working professional with TCS, Shubhadeep or someone, I missed it. So yes, of course, people with experience and people who are feeling that they need to upgrade their skill in today's time are of course most welcome. Already some industry have expressed their interest to send people as there.
I think there is some question, like some of the participants have asked if they have BTech in information technology or biotech background holding a master's degree, whether they would be eligible. I would say this course would be open to most of the science disciplines and of course engineering disciplines. So even if you are coming from biotech, and that's even better because you have a domain knowledge, after a master's degree and you are holding a master's degree, and you are already having these prerequisites, as you were saying, Debarun, like Python, AI, ML, etc., you would be a perfect match for this course. I think, Shoibalda, you can just talk a little about the eligibility criteria so they would understand.
Yeah. So, see, basically, the eligibility is because it's 1 year masters. The UGC rule says 1 year masters will be a very, very recognized masters, provided you have a 4 years bachelor's. Now, under the new education policy from 27-28, all bachelors will be 4 years. But so far, it was only a 3 year bachelor. So that's why 3 year bachelors will not be exactly eligible now. But 4 years engineering is eligible. And After 3 years of bachelor's for science and other fields, if you have a master's, you are still eligible. So effectively, the model is 16 academic years, 12 plus 4 academic years to be eligible to enroll yourself into this program. Krishnan is asking, I come from a non-quant background, have been a former banker. Can I apply? Of course you can, Krishnan. That's not an issue, provided, as I said, your educational qualification is essentially a 4-year degree. We cannot substitute your academic experience with your work experience. That's unfortunately what the rule is with UGC. So it has to be a 4-year academic bachelor or masters. If you have masters, no question asked. Is there any scholarship? Rohan is asking. Of course, there will be scholarship. Scholarship will be type of merit come means only for the incoming batch. We will look into their means, we will look into their performances, and the scholarship will be an ongoing process. What are the real-time projects from Ravi? Real-time projects to be taken up. Again, some indications we already have. As you can see, TCG Crest itself has several research centers where you deal with real data. So these projects became, depending on your own interest, whether you are a computer scientist, you will deal with really data and look into advanced research, or you will look into, say, hospital data or health data and try to see how you can make yourself available after this. This will be dependent on you. A 4 years bachelor in optometry, can I join? Yes, of course you can. What can be the estimated ROI? Rohan is asking. Again, you must be aware of what kind of salary AIML graduates demand. From my own experience from IIM Calcutta, I can tell you a fee is designed in such a manner that you can pay off, if you want, the fee in 1.5 years after you graduate. That's how, essentially, looking at the market, the fee is decided. Very simple. At the same time, bank also, every lending institution gives you some waiver period where you don't have to pay the EMIs. In this case, it's a 1-year program. So bank will also give a 1-year waiver after the program. First 1 year, you may not have to pay. If you don't want to pay and concentrate on earning more, go ahead and do it. After 1 year, the payment will start. I come from BCom honors. Can I apply? Himanshu, if you don't have BCom honors of 3 years only, unfortunately, you need to have some additional academic things so that you can apply. Only 3-year bachelors you cannot apply. I think Ovi is asking some specific questions. Sagatam, if you can see that, so can we design things
No,
like
no.
Gundam?
I like this question from Obi, and he's asking about this life-size moving Gundam is basically a giant humanoid robot sculpture, and it is inspired by the Gundam anime franchise. And you see, I mean, this is a sort of Japanese huge humanoid robot with walking motions, millings, and arms gestures. When we were in our early childhood or maybe in our teens, there was this TV soap called Johnny Soko and his flying robot. It is basically inspired by that. And yes, I mean, in this course, there will be some parts of robotics and especially the software part of multi-robot coordination through multi-agentic orchestration. But I mean, building a full Gundam will be definitely out of the scope of this course because it needs huge effort. Like you are asking whether we can build a full autonomous humanoid robot of size maybe 12, 14 feet. You can definitely be able to simulate that and have it run and execute on a limited software platform, but may not be on reality within this course.
Swagatam, Shobhadeep has some questions. Please answer that.
Sorry?
Shauradip has a very interesting question. One is, will there be research-based projects? I think you have already addressed somewhat. Sagatam also addressed it. Of course, depending on your own interest, and we also have several research centers here in TCG Crest. This can be research-based projects, certainly. The collaboration with the industry, that's exactly the cutting edge issue that we are talking about. We are developing this program from day one in talking to the industry what they want, because this is a program by the industry for the industry. Will the institute arrange the placement opportunity? What do you think? Can I just teach you and let you go? This is today's world. I would definitely, have to provide you a very, very good opportunity so that you showcase yourself. As I told you, this is a program for the future. Otherwise, why should you join and pay a decent amount if there is no placement? Of course, there will be placement, but how you utilize this program to build your own career is entirely up to you. I don't think you should just think that this is a program where you can come, pay the money, and after 1 year come back during graduation and get the degree. No, this is where in 3 terms, and we are building this term system following the IIM model. These 3 terms will be really testing your skill and improving yourself as an individual. I have reasons to believe that after 1 year, you will be a completely different person with a new outlook.
There is some question like if there is a person with MCOM, graduate from
Yeah.
Calcutta
So yes, you
University.
are eligible with MCOM, Shubham. That's should not be a problem. Final year, Himanshu is asking 4th year. I'm going to start on for my. I am in final year means 4th year going. So after you complete your 4 year BCom honors, yes, you will be eligible. So that is in 27, not in this 26 cohort, right? Is my understanding correct, Himanshu? Yeah. OV, we can get placed and connect with labs, industries that build this. Yes, of course, that's the whole idea. That this is a future program, and you are the last batch will be the ambassador for these kind of things. And industry is keen and excited to really see and take them for their job. If I know everything, then I would be lying. I don't know everything about how this particular exciting model will evolve. As Professor Das mentioned, how this computer science evolved over the last 50 to 70 years. So obviously, industry also is highly charged about the new things that they have to implement. They have to implement after this AI ML revolution, no industry can afford to go the old way. So, of course, the need for trained AI ML engineers will be maximum. I see a similarity when I was, the younger in the dot-com bubble. That is when everybody would like into IT, and you see how IT has progressed and helped.
Uh,
This is the new revolution as I see it.
Shoibalda, there are two important questions from PV Krishnan and Devarun.
Yeah,
Any
why
age
don't you
criteria?
address them?
No, no. Any age
Where is
criteria, upper limit?
Himansh?
Uh,
Age criteria upper limit? No, learning has no upper limit of age.
yes.
So I don't think it's an issue. Krishna, Devarun, during admission, will there be any preference to take students from tech or quant background over general science? No. No, it's not a question of preference. It's a question of your ability and your inclination to learn this exciting subject. And of course, you must have some basic prerequisite, which we have already mentioned, which Professor Das has already mentioned. Certain things are kind of, if you don't know or forgot all this, there is enough time for you to. We'll also give you a couple of foundational modules where we will discuss and rehash some of these things. Okay? Debarun, I am asking from a placement perspective. Again, the placement comes end of the program, and in between there will be many opportunities for you to interact with the industry people. We plan to have very regular industry interaction, guest lecture, industry coming and taking course, discussing what kind of things are important in various industries, and that's exactly what we are doing at present. Uh,
Rohan,
Debarun age related restriction. Well, no, I already mentioned. Course fee, Galaxy Tab A. Well, I gave you that. Devarun, thank you so much. Okay, maximum number of intake. This is where, as I told you, we will take only those who seem to really complete this program successfully. I will not throw a number at you, but it will be competitive. So obviously, if you have interest, keep in touch with us and we'll take it from there. Showman is saying, I am 46 years old, data analyst, become plus MCA. You are eligible. And of course, if you want to change your, and I believe you should apply. And then I believe, did I miss any other question? Course fee, any age related restriction? No. Gautam, anything else that you want to add?
Okay, Shivala, I would like to add, first of all, good evening, everybody. I'm Gautam Mukherjee. I'm the Director of Institute for Advancing Intelligence and also the Dean of School of Mathematics and Computer Sciences of TCG Crest DTVU. So thank you for joining. I would like to add one thing here that those students who are interested in pursuing research after this course, there will be ample opportunity for that because we are basically the research university and we have a very good infrastructure for research as you have seen through our video and and all the qualified students who are interested in doing research will be directly admitted to our research program and they will get the fellowship and the mandatory coursework will be waived for those qualified students. So we have a research wing also for this program because we'll teach you some foundational aspect and foundational aspect of machine learning and also I would also like to add that we have a capstone project as Salotam mentioned in this program and we are in touch with many industries. So therefore there will be definitely scope for internship in the industry. And more importantly, what I would like to emphasize is that this program is by the TCG group of companies. So our chairman and is the Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, uh, whose vision is to create a world-leading institute in West Bengal. And therefore, there are some concern about placement and etc. I can assure you that we are TCG Group as a group is a very big group of industries. So they have their own industry house. So therefore, there should be no concern about getting placement. You are willing to join industry after successful completion of this course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gautam. Showman is asking, shall I know course detail module wise like any brochure and tenure of course? Yes, Showman, it's already there in the web. We have given you the website address. Please go visit that and you will find all the nitty-gritties of this course. And course feed, anything I have missed? Let me quickly run through it. No age relation. Devarun, will there be any preference to take students? I think I have addressed it. Debarun Avi, we can get placed. Yes. I mean, that should be the list of your concern now because, as I said, it will be run by industry.
Sogalda, I would like to comment on Shubham Dhar questions. He has a
Shubham, yeah.
question,
So please go ahead.
is there any facility of bank loan? Yes, of course. Any student will be qualified for our course will be automatically eligible for getting bank loan. We have already a tie-up with various bank, and when you fill in your application, our admission application portal will be live soon. Then you have to upload certain documents if you are interested in getting bank loan. And once you are selected for the course, then you automatically will get the bank loan. So there is no hassle from the student points of view. So syllabus will share in the website very soon, and all the details about the program will be very soon, will be uploaded in the website very soon. Thank you.
Okay. So looks like we have tried to address all these questions. However, if you have many more questions, feel free to drop a line and we will get back to you. And about the next step, about the online test followed by interview, etc., the selection admission process, we will follow our website, keep in touch, and you will get to know from this. We will also individually, I thank you at the outset for showing interest, and we will keep in touch with each one of you individually. Anything else? Devarchon, you want to add anything?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No.
And I believe for Shagotam, you want to add anything? It's already more than an hour,
Yeah.
75 minutes. So once again, thank you very, very much for
Yeah.
showing interest. And as I told you, and I repeat it again, this will be a program for the future. With my limited experience of running programs, new programs, I know a program will be successful only when it is embraced in both hands by the industry. And it is one such. So, again, if you want to invest good quality time for the remainder of your life, this is a program for you to seriously consider. Okay, I will keep in touch with all of you. Till then, thanks again for showing interest and goodbye.
I'd like to thank everyone for attending the session today, and we'll get back to you over the mail for the further details about the program.
Yes, I think Professor Das might want to say something. Yes, Professor Das.
Please,
Yep.
please, Sagotam. Sagotam.
I
I
have
think
actually unmuted him, but I'm not sure.
it's not there in the session right now. I see.
Okay, all right. You want to say anything, Anuja
Yeah, just
or
would like to
Navneeta?
thank everyone for attending the session today. I think we will look forward to many more such engaging sessions in the future.
Yeah,
And
and I forgot to mention, we will also have webinars going forward. This is
Yeah.
not the first and the last. There will be other webinars also. So look into this space, TCG Crest, and look into newspaper advertisements, and you will see several other links where you can still attend and then have your clarifications, have your doubts cleared.
Thank you.
Okay, let me see. Two new message. Debarun, yes, engaging session, of course. If this is engaging, wait till you join the program and start the program. Uh, this has to be engaging, Debarun. And, okay, all right. I believe that is all from our side today. And I have reasons to believe that you have enjoyed it, and we will get back again. Thanks a lot, everybody.
thank you so much, professors,
Thank you
for
so much, sir.
I think that's all. Okay.